your technical skills. But whatever is your highlight should be here in the first top half of the page, not here. Second page, don't do that. Second page is only for extra masala. And what is extra masala? Extracurricular activities, clubs, other skills, or you can just mention it as skills. And now what can you mention in those skills? Or achievements? Achievements are good. How many of you have at least won a certificate or a trophy or a hackathon or a speakathon, anything you want? Awesome. So for you, you can put it as achievements. You were class CR, you were Toastmasters president, you were NSS volunteer, you were NCC parade champion, whatever, quiz competition champion, dance competition, yesterday cooking happened, cooking host, whatever, all achievements. Achievements show that you are a fighter. So none of you have achievements. Anybody has achievements on that resume here? Awesome, some people have. Only achievers will put achievements, rest of you don't do that. Don't BS with the HR. If you have a certification, amazing. Then you can come to additionals, you can come to skills. If you want to highlight any of the skills, and what can be other skills? Good team player, communicator, behavioral skills, any of them. Hardworking. The moment you write hardworking, I'll tell me, anybody has written that? Those skills on the resume, anybody has or nobody has? You have? So he has written skills, technical skills, programming languages, Python, lovely, web technologies, HTML, CSS, Java, lovely. Operating system is Windows, good. Current technology known, MERL, Flask and machine learning. So is this good? Yes, excellent, right? Then he says behavioral skills, and font has changed by the way. So he says multitasking is number one, he said. Number two, he says work ethics. अब ये फंस गया because that's the question I'm going to ask him. Next is adaptability, flexibility and problem solving skills. So he has said multitasking, work ethics, adaptability, flexibility and problem solving skills. I'll ask him, give an example from your life where you have shown work ethics. Did you understand? You dig your own grave by writing funny stuff here. Because the interview 90% will happen from here only. Work ethics. What is the meaning now? In 2 lines, what is work ethics? Just the meaning. Okay. So work ethic means he will work. Work ethics, he will work with values. He will be. You know what are values first of all? Here. Values. Values are double carbon. Values are principles, siddhanta. Honest, truthfulness, respect, loyalty. So when he's working, in Indian Army, we hire people with work ethics. Where is Indian Army girl? Yeah. You have work ethics, you join Indian Army. You have no work ethics, get out. Work ethics ante, you will give your 100% that is said. You will treat that it is life or death for me whenever I'm working. I will work with complete principle, no judgment, no bias, no time pass, no excuses. 100% that work. That's what it is. So you have a story ready if you're writing this. Give an example of adaptability and flexibility from your life. Yeah, I can do yoga like this, I'm very flexible. Okay? Okay, work under pressure is what? Adaptability or flexibility? Okay, and what is flexibility? Yoga. You get that? If you write here, you are gone. So please be very careful. Whatever you write here, do research on ChatGPT and then go for the interview. Because if an HR is like me, khatam tumhara. So he will only ask. I don't want you to ask anything. Then he says internship. He has done code soft intern in machine learning. What is code soft intern in machine learning? Code soft. What is this? Please explain. Okay, he's done an internship in code soft. What did you do? What did you learn? Did you understand? I'm just going with one guy with his resume. Only what he has. I have not asked my questions. It's his resume. I wanted to experience this so that you understand the importance of your resume. It's not a joke.
in this platform, the platform named as browser and then an internship. It's around 4 weeks internship. It's a virtual internship, right? It's a virtual internship. Where I can where I can upskill myself through machine learning models, algorithms, and decision and some knowledge.
What did you learn? Upscaling, what did you learn? What did you learn? One concept, one thing that you learned. You didn't learn. What? Tell me one model. Please explain this. Did you get that? What's happening? See, you are not you, Jack and Jones. Everybody is Jack and Jones. Whatever I am doing with him is going to happen with you in an interview. He's just a sample, lab rat for the day. Because he has the best resume. Why am I working on? See, all of you will clear or not interview, I don't know. This guy will clear because I'm working with him. Everything is written, he will get the answer today. For you, I don't know. Jack and Jones, good job. Okay. So explain decision that. What did you say? Decision tree. Decision tree. What is that? Please explain.
Decision is nothing but if you are working multiple.
Did you get it? So HR need not do anything. It's all on your resume. I'm not a technical guy in the first place. I have no idea what is decision tree. But I'm going to ask him. And based on how confident he gives an answer, I will assume whether it's right or not. Because I'm not a techie guy. But a techie guy who's taking interview knows everything. If he says like, gone. And we are just here. We have not completed the whole resume. That's how powerful your resume is. So do not just BS on your resume. Write every word you should know on your resume. Very important for you. That's good. So now you go to your additional skills. What are some of the additional skills he wrote? He has written behavioral skills for, and he has also written strengths. Now behavioral skill के बाद strengths की जरूरत नहीं है. It's not needed. But if you want to write, he has written strengths also. What are his strengths? Let's listen. How many of you have strengths on your resume?
Leadership, I will work under pressure. I have good organizational skills.
All of them are here also. The behavioral skills and what is that header? Strengths are approximately this. They are not same basically, but over there they are coinciding with each other. So if you want to put it, put it. Now if you want to put your behavioral skills, anybody else who has behavioral skills here, because it's a unique format. I don't think anybody will have behavioral skills, right? You have? Awesome. And tell me one behavioral skill that you have.
Time management.
And?
Leadership.
Okay, give me an example. If I have to now, if she writes that, what will the HR ask? Give me an example from your life where you have exhibited leadership skills. That's the first question I'm going to ask you because it's on your resume. Get that? Okay. So now, how many pages resume can you have? Basically one, but you can go to maximum 2. Do not try to be Pantulu by putting 3, 4. Not needed. Is one bad? No. One is excellent. More than enough. What's the font size that you should be using? Where should ideally your name come? See, this is a colorful one. If I show this, everybody will make colorful one. I want a font one. Everybody will stop. ये तो दिख रहा ही नहीं. This one is good. So where did he write his name? In the center. Is it right? Perfect. What is the other place where his name can go? This side. And the name is usually the biggest font on the entire resume. Why? Because it's about you. Right? And in the name you can just give your calling name. No need to write A, B, S, M, S, B, P, Q, C, Prasad Reddy. Not needed. Just write Prasad Reddy. Because HR is going to read this name and call you. So make his life easy. If I'm not able to read the name, sometimes I'll just throw the resume. What is this? Many times I've rejected students because they wrote their name, village, father, mother, grandfather, everybody's name. And as an HR, I'm thinking, what shall I call this guy? Next. It might be the most it has happened with me, I have done that. That's the reason I'm directly telling you. So just put the, he has written very simply over here. Ashrit Duba. Simple. I'll call him Mr. Duba or Ashrit. Khatam story. First name, last name, or any of the two. You can put 3 also, there is no rule. But don't make it into an essay if your name is an essay. It goes usually in the center. Now, what are the other details that you will put on the resume here? Other than this? Email ID, most important. Phone number. Do you need to put LinkedIn?
LinkedIn. Profiles. Okay, LinkedIn. LinkedIn should ideally go on the top. But this gentleman, to fill the page very nicely, smartly put LinkedIn in the end. You can do this. If you, in case you do not have a lot of stuff on your resume, put it here. But if you have too much stuff, then don't waste space here. Then put the LinkedIn here. Do you need to give your address? Why do we not give address these days? Any idea? Because your offer letter is not coming by post. It will come on your Gmail. So why do we need an address? Especially if you're a girl, don't put address. If the HR is romantic, you are in trouble. That was a joke, that will not happen. So the only things we will put is your telephone number +91 preferably, because when international client wants to call you. Sometimes your interviews will be made from anywhere on the planet. So +91 your phone number, and the phone number that you will pick. Not the phone number that you used to do gaming. HR is calling, yeah, gaming, oh, gaming. Don't do that. If you put it, then no gaming on that phone. No other time pass business. That phone should be picked, every call should be picked. So what I usually suggest students is buy a new SIM, put it over there. You know that on that SIM, only HR will call me, no one will call me. Busy people don't try to do that. I have got 4 SIMs, 4 phones, now I have only one. On the other 3, one is only for my family. Whenever I am traveling, I will switch all the 3. Only my family members are there. My wife, my dad, mom,
My brothers, no, even my in-laws don't have that number. No one on the planet has that number. That's my private number. If that phone rings, no matter what happens, I'll pick it. I use that especially when I'm traveling international. That's my phone. There is one only for my clients. Kite is not my client, it's family, so they have my personal number. My clients have a different number for me. Everywhere. Only if that phone rings, only clients are calling. So similarly for you, the number that you are giving over here, you should pick up. HR will call you only 2 times. Third time they will not even call you. And the next thing is your email address. Now email address cannot be hotdude@gmail.com. You are lovingly Priya@gmail.com. Chinmay, Chintu Appa @gmail.com. Biker boy, sexy dude@gmail.com. Your darling angel Priya @gmail.com. You get that? I have rejected people because of their emails. I read the email sheet, unprofessional fellow, out. So if you have any of those funny, especially boys will have that. Daredevil@gmail.com. Daredevil 2001 I am not a roadie. Roadie interview नहीं चल रहा है, corporate interview चल रहा है. So have a corporate email, preferably your name, and if you don't get your name, his name is Ashrit. Randy क्या होता है? तो नॉर्थ इंडिया में अप्लाई कर रहा हूँ, तेरा मजाक उड़ाते हैं. No, I'm Punjabi. If I see this, the first thing will come that only. Oh, you get the point. Email is super important. Super important. For some of you, it's joke. Now, do you put this line? Yes. Why? Because it's highlight. Your resume starts from here. HR will not waste. If you don't put line, HR will read from the top. Absolutely. Put the line, HR will start from here. Psychology. If you notice, the notebooks have a line on the top, right? We call it the header. This is the part of header. This is the resume. So the first thing on the resume is objective. Now, what are the different fonts that you will use for resume? Only these fonts. One is Vardhana. Please write it down if you will not remember. One font. See, all fonts don't look good on resume. There are few fonts which look good on resume. One of the most popular fonts is Vardhana. The second one is Times New Roman. Times New Roman. Vardhana, Times New Roman, Calibri, Arial. And Arial has 2 fonts, you can pick any one of them. These are the 4 most common fonts used for resume. Do not use anything else. If you want, if you are creative, use that. There is one more, I'm not able to remember. Yeah? What? No, I do not know about this. See, when you are, this fonts you will use when you are taking a hard copy. For soft copy, use anything, no problem. Because soft copy looks fancy. When you take print and it is like this, these alphabets you can look at 3D from any angle, HR can see clearly. The fonts are super clear, the ones which I have given you. So if you want to take a manual print, those are the best fonts. And what should be the font size? Yeah, 10. 14 is too big, 14 is your name. See, if you use the headers at 12, then your font should be 11 or 10, this one. So most of you will have a header, a subheading and the content, right? So main heading, if it is 12, the content can be 10, so that if anywhere else you are using subheading, that can be 11. If you are using Vardhana, it will look very big, so Vardhana you can bring it one down, 11, 10, 9. Vardhana is the biggest font. Most books are written in that font, textbooks. Now your objective should not be more than 4 lines, ideally 4 lines, but if you are serious Pantulu, you can go to 5th line, but ideally 3 to 4 lines. Under 3 lines, it's very small. Somebody has 1 line, it's very, very small. Ideally 4 lines. And what should your objective contain? What should your objective contain? I already said that before. Quickly. Pick content from the job description, what are they looking and what is your key skill. So number 1, what do you have should be there. I'm a full stack developer, I'm a fresher, I'm a full stack developer, I'm a front end developer, write that word over there. Looking for it, I'm a full stack developer looking for it. It means this is what I have and this is what I want to do. In what kind of organization? What do you have, number 1? What do you want to do, number 2, and in what kind of company and industry you want to do it. That's number 3. These 3 points, you write anything, but these 3 points you highlight in the objective, and it's done. That's basically your objective. So after objective, should you always put education next, or can it be changed? Thank you. Handsome guy, good answer. You can change. You can come in to get your technical strengths up, technical skills up, and education down, does not matter. But most people will put education up, that is also okay. That's the standard one. But if you have done something very good in technical area and you want the HR to first see your technical skills, put it up. If you are a regular student, education next. But if you are one of those topus who have done internship, this, that, then technical skills goes up. Education can go down anywhere you want. So now if you are mentioning education, I already told you Dabbas only for 70-75% plus CGPA. 7 plus, 8 plus, Dabbas, otherwise no Dabbas. Now next, after your technical strengths, everybody is using different terminology. Technical strengths, technical skills, technical competencies. So which one is correct? Actually all are correct. You can use any, I don't care. The moment you write technical, I will say what technical. So he has written computer networks, languages, C, Python, Bash, scripting. Operating systems is Linux and Ubuntu and Windows. And tools is, I don't even know how to read this. Verb suit. Verb you do. Okay, verb suit and math. The mechanical math use करते हैं. Wireshark, lovely. This guy has a very strong technical profile. Very strong. You know all this? Seriously? And all these topo skills are coming right here in the middle of the resume. When you look at something, you will first look at the top. If you notice when you observe people, whenever you look at someone, first you will look at their eyes and then you will put down. And you will usually come to the mid segment of their body and go back to the eyes. So psychologically, HR will rate his objective, come exactly to this point where all the topos are written. The moment he sees this, he will call him for the interview. Very good resume. So next is your technical skills. After that, you can put your projects perfect. There is written certifications word, very nice. Is put as experience, techno hack edutech. What is this? You did internship. So he has nicely put internship and experience, which is very good. This is what I was telling you. So this is a good resume I can call. You can go with an interview except the objectives. Everything is good on this resume except objective. Now after the class, don't run to him and copy his resume. Okay, make your own. But you can take this format. It's a good format. So all an HR wants to do is number one, who you are, what is your career, life, goal, plan, ఏంటి. Tarvata, what is your education, your technical skills and non-technical skills. That's it. We don't want to know anything about you. If you can fit all of these on one page, great. If you can't fit it on one page, go to second page. Now if you go to second page and you only use 2 lines in the top, is it good? No. It means you will waste resources. You should try to fill the entire second page by increasing space. Now there are some techniques, I do not know whether you know that. When you select a file, do Control A. Someone, if you want to write it down, you can, otherwise just remember this. Do Control A, select the whole page, right click on that. There is an option which will come out as paragraphs. You know that? How many of you know this? You select the whole text, do a right click. There is an option which will open as paragraph. The moment you click it, on that bottom you should put 00 and gaps, and on the right side you will do 1.5 spacing. The moment you do that, like textbook, whole format will be formatted. We call it paragraph setting. And the moment you do that, after that do Control J, it will spread also. Means justify. Are you aware of this? You are not technical guys, so I should not be teaching you all this. But if you have no clue, please remember that. Select the entire text, do right click, get into paragraphs. All the spacing make 000. On the right side there is line spacing. Make it 1.5. And click. Your entire text will spread out like this nicely. If you have less content, do that. Your 2 pages will be full. But if you have too much content, do this all the steps same. Right click, paragraph, spacing 00, line spacing single. Your whole content will come like this. Echo content, make it single. Takwa content, make it 1.5. And the moment you do that, do Control J. Like, did you notice newspaper will start from here and finish here? Exact dabba, box. Like that, your resume will be exact spacing. It will not be arbitrary at all. See, this is not justified. So all lines are not straight. Did you notice that? Lines are up, finishing at different levels. The moment you do Control J, all the lines will start and finish at the same place. When you do that, your resume looks beautiful. Even if there is no content, your resume will look good. HR will feel like seeing your resume. I want to see your resume. In a single day, I will see more than 200 to 300 resumes. So how does your resume stand out? Your resume can't wear crop chappals, right? Okay, cool. Any questions anybody has on this, please ask, otherwise we move on. Is it important to give you family details in the end? No. If you have nothing else to fill on the second page, do that. Is it important to do declaration? No. Is it important to give references? No. Previous Zamana, internet was not there. LinkedIn was not there. So we needed all those things. We needed your address, we needed your declaration. Everything that I have written on this resume is correct. And if it is not correct, I can be penalized some nonsense with date. No. And then father, mother, language, not needed. If you are filling 2 pages and second page is empty, put all this overaction and fill it up. But don't leave the page empty. You get that? That's basically your resume. Anybody has any questions on this, please ask. Yeah, you can do that. And what are the other things on the top? Everybody should have a LinkedIn ID, at least with 50 to 100 people, friends. And it should be with your name, email address, LinkedIn ID. It should be there. Please remember, you are going to an IT company, and most IT companies, 95% IT company HRs will go to your LinkedIn profile. And if you have a good LinkedIn profile, chances of getting hired is double than a regular candidate. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, then chances of getting hired is half than a regular guy who has a LinkedIn profile. Please make one. Cool? Thank you for that. Okay. Any other questions anybody has on this? Now we'll move to round number 2. Okay, anybody wants to show their resume to me? I know none of you would like to do that. But if anybody wants to show your resume, I'll be here for some time, you can do that. So do you think resumes are important? So what did we learn today? Anybody wants to share before I move on? You come here, Katha, very well, please. Sit there. Okay, so what all new things did you learn, or what did you learn so far? Anybody? Yeah, I need that. I didn't take breakfast today. Because me and Rajdeep had some very yummy dinner together yesterday. And it messed up my entire system. Because food looks very tasty. Okay, what did you learn so far? What did you learn specifically? What changes will you bring to your resume?
So the next time when I want to bring a resume to a HR, firstly I'll change my objective. Mainly HR's concentrate on objective. So that's what I learned from this session, sir. Firstly, so I'll concentrate my objective and all the skills that I have presented on my resume. Sure, I will have a good knowledge about them, and I will present all my skills and other things which I have presented in my resume in an order and a good format. And I'll present my details which includes my LinkedIn and email and my name at the left side, and I'll display them in a good order, and I will maintain this, and that's what I have learned. And thank you so much, sir, for telling me.
Don't worry about that. And please remember your call. The guy who's giving you prints outside is very talented. His printer is very good. So before next interview, do not go to this guy. Okay, one learning for all of you. Many of you took prints from the same guy, right? You look at the smudges on this. You can't go to an interview with a smudge. Okay, do you know what's an interview kit? What's an interview kit? Anybody knows? Yes. Okay, who knows? Thank you, I like that guy. Who said that? Yes. Again, you are disqualified. Anybody else? What's an interview kit? NCC guys will have trekking kit, right? They will have a green color bag in which they will throw everything in. Similarly, you are also going for a war, right? Interview. You need to have a kit with you. So, yeah, what should be there in your kit? Any idea? What to buy? This guy has an amazing smile, you know, I like his smile. Kit. Okay, that is grooming. Grooming where will be? Kit. Okay. Now imagine you go to, I'll give you a scenario. One day I went to a Toastmasters meeting for Bank of America. Anybody knows what's BOA, Bank of America? You know? Two Toastmasters, disqualified. So I went to for a Toastmasters meeting, and outside more than 20 students from Guntur and Vijayawada from two universities were arguing with each other. Do you know what they were arguing about? The Bank of America did not allow any one of them inside because they bought Xerox of their Aadhaar cards. They came for interview to Bank of America and they were not allowed with a security guard inside. Because to enter into any corporate building, you need a live ID card. You can't even enter a building if you don't have a live card. Xerox, color print don't work. They didn't know that. Nobody told them. So 20 students traveled from Vijayawada Guntur overnight for an interview. Went till the interview place but didn't even get a chance to go inside. They all went back and I was standing there. I was doing my entry. I spoke to one of the boys. He said, these guys are not allowed. I said, this is basic. Didn't your TPO tell you? He said, nobody told us. That's why it will happen to many of you also. Because you don't know that you will not be even allowed. You might be from Al Qaeda or Boko Haram or Hezbollah. They will not even allow you inside. That's why you should understand what's interview kit. So let's do that. Now someone will have to note this down. One person will note this down and put it in the group. Who wants to take the responsibility? Responsibility. Please contact me. I didn't have my breakfast. I want to have this. But you are doing that? Awesome. Danny, right? Hey, in my class, please sit with me. I'm not formal. No? See, I'm not a formal guy. I don't believe in all formalities. I'm a simple, decent, nice guy. You also stay chilled in my class. No worries. Relax. The only reason I'm standing here is because I have 25 years experience. If you have that experience, I will sit and have a listen. I'm not a regular guy. So, okay. For an interview kit, the first thing that you need is a stick file. You know what's a stick file? A transparent file, preferably any color. Girls can go with pinky file and boys can go with blue file if you want to be gender specific. Pick one file. Why stick file? I don't want any other file. Because even if you throw it, no problem. It's easy to get your documents out of it, not a zipper file, tick wala file. It was distracting. Get a stick file. You will take a print of the resume. Print, not Xerox. There's a difference between print and Xerox. I hope you understand that. When you're going for an interview, no Xerox. Print resume. And printed copy should be one copy. On Royal Bond, white paper, not gray paper. Some of you have that yellow paper. Many of you have yellow paper, no white proper paper. Ask that guy on Royal Bond paper. It will be a little thicker and the quality of print comes very good. So the first is printed copy of resume. Okay, that's the first thing. In that stick file. What's the second thing that you need to have in that? 2 or 3 extra resumes, at least 1 extra resume, 2 extra resumes at the bottom of the file, somewhere in the file, and the end it will go. Fine. So why? Because sometimes you will have 4 to 5 rounds of interview. Your resume is with this HR, he finished, he didn't send it there, and you are already reached to the next HR. And the HR is like resume, sometimes it doesn't reach. Then in that case, either you can share your online with them, or if you have a copy, just pull it and give it to them. Sometimes what happens is, this happened with me. There is a building known as DLF. I am a corporate trainer. So I have my profile. I went to a company known as Burgadia. So I gave my interview there, they hired me, I started doing training for them. While coming out, I saw there are 40 other companies. So I took my profile, I had copy, I went to this company DSM and gave them, I'm a corporate trainer, I'm training in Burgadia, and if you have an opportunity, you can call me. I went to GSM, I gave them. I went to Mobis, I gave them. Do you know all the 3 companies called me? I went there for 1 corporate training, I got 4 corporate training. Because all companies are working already working online. All of them have 4 clients now together. Only 1 called me for the meeting, other 4 called me because I dropped my resumes there. So if an extra resume you enter into any of the high-tech city buildings, in that building there will be more offices. You can say I'm a fresher, I came for resume, can I drop one? It's possible you can do that, provided they let you in. So that's the reason you can have an extra resume, it really helps. Okay, what are the other documents you need to have? Next is you need to have your latest educational qualification, preferably in Xerox, not in line. So what's the latest degree that you will have? Don't take original with you. Keep it safely in your hotel room, suitcase, wherever you want to keep it. For the interview purpose, only Xerox is more than enough. You need to have an engineering degree, class 12 and class 10. All the 3 will come, they are called as one group. Staple them and put overall mark sheets. Not every semester of some level. The main mark sheet. After that, if you have done any other certifications and all, and if you have those, any certification that you have done of any kind, you can take a digital print of that. Some of you will get digital certificates, no? Take a color print of that and put it there. I have done this, I have done this. All certifications, color print, not black and white. And put it there with that license number. All, whenever you do a certification, they will give a license with that. That number should be there, put it there. For which company you did, from which organization you did, what did you do over there. Next, any project that you have done, a 1-pager project description should be there. 1 pager. So if an HR is asking what's your major project, you can just open the file, pull it out. I'll explain it to you. Meanwhile, this is my major project, sir. He is reading and you are explaining. Easy for him to understand. How professional is that? Rather than you, sir, I did a major project. Just pull out the print and put it in front of him. And say, sir, this is my major project. The technology we use this was the problem statement, this was the theme science, and this is what we learned, and this was the final outcome, and this is the technology that we use. HR is like, no. For internship certificate, have that. In that internship certificate, ideally original, not duplicate one, ideally original. You need to have major project 1 pager, minor project 1 pager, internship, you already have a certificate. Did you notice how powerful now this kit is? When someone says, just pull it out and give it in there. Now, any extracurricular you have done, Toastmasters, you can print your badges, your certificates, you can print, Toastmasters can print. NCC guys, you can carry your certificates with you. I'm an NCC cadet, ABC. I have gone to RD parade, whatever edition you have. I'm a quiz master, dance champion, whatever you are. Any certificate that you have, original, not Xerox. Because this guy will get original, all his boys hostel will copy paste. Change the name. We don't want that, we want original. Once this is done, All your certification part is over now. Now comes the major part. You need to have at least 4 photographs. Latest photographs of yourselves, put it inside. Sometimes immediately after the interview, they will ask you submit the photograph to generate your ID card. So have 4 spare photographs. Many times they take live, but many times, even though they take live, they will ask you to give 4 photographs. If you go with this kit, I'll tell you why this is important later. Take 4 photographs with you and stick it somewhere in the middle, in the file. Keep it with you or put it in your purse, it's a part of your kit. So far you're noting everything, right? Good. Other than 4 photographs, what we need is, yeah, he's noting, he'll put it in the group, don't worry. It's like Daniel, his name is Daniel. Other than 4 photographs, now what you need is, you need to have a pen with you. Very, very important. Everybody should have a pen. Sometimes they will directly give you a sheet of paper and say, solve this code. And you will start pen. Don't ask pen to the HR, you need to have your own. Many students will not carry that. Have one. Imagine HR is giving you a question, you are asking HR only give me pen also. If I am the HR, I will give you pen, but many HRs will not give you pen. So have one with you, very important. After this, your identification proofs. And what is the most important identification proof? Aadhaar card, original you need to with you. Have a Xerox print in that, but you need to have an original ID card in your wallet. Very important. Many students don't carry that. In addition to this, if you have any reference letter, you can carry that. If you have any, it has no value in corporate. Nobody, even if family calls, my wife, she is in HSBC to give job to you, she will not give. They don't care about any reference. Police reference, family reference, they don't care. It's not government job. So what are all the points we have in this? Let's see. This all should be in a skip file. There are more things. Please read. 6.
Stick file, print of resume, Royal Bank.
Point number 1.
Point number 1, stick file.